Hey guys, this is Steggy from MLG Pro, giving you a review on the Turtle Beach HPX and HPA2 headsets. Now, you see the HPX headset here, but where's the HPA2? Well, the Turtle Beach HPX and the HPA2 are actually the same headset, oddly enough. Let me explain. The Turtle Beach HPX system is sort of like a Swiss Army knife. The HPX is fitted with 4 drivers in each ear cup and features a breakaway jack on its cable. Now, whichever dongle you plug into the breakaway jack determines which speakers are active, so to speak. If you use the HPX1, which is the Astro 4-pole 3.5mm configuration, or the HPX2, which is the two 3.5mm PC jack configuration, your HPX activates the two 40mm drivers in each ear cup. Now, if you use the HPX surround sound setup, or the HPA2 surround sound setup, you have all 4 drivers in each ear cup functioning. Since I have the Cycle 5.1 system on its way to me soon, I decided to get my hands on some more discrete 5.1 headsets so I could try to do as close of an apples to apples comparison as I can. You see, the problem with most discrete 5.1 headsets is that the manufacturers who make them often go for smaller drivers to fit them inside the ear cups, which produces more of a muddled sound. To be honest, when I actually tried out the HPX for the first time, I wasn't expecting to like it because of the general truth of true 5.1 headsets' qualities, but I was pleasantly surprised. And I had heard that the HPX's discrete 5.1 worked out really well too, so I figured I'd go for it. Following an HPX's owner advice, I opted for the HPA2 setup over the HPX surround sound. The difference between these two setups is simply that the HPA2 is amplified, while the HPX surround sound is not. And I've been told that the HPA2 amplified produces the better quality. Now for this review, for the sake of consistency when describing the design and general features, I'll be referring to this multi-personality headset as the HPX. So anyways, on to the review. First off, let's talk about the design. The HPX is an open headset with an auto-adjustable headband. It is similar to the Siberia V2 headband, though I like the SteelSeries decision in going with a metal cable to secure the headband over the HPX's plastic. It just doesn't snag and it always works for me, while the HPX's plastic sometimes snags. The HPX has a removable mic, which utilizes the metal flexible gooseneck design, so wherever you want to position it, it will stay there. Besides my little gripe about the headband, the build quality is really nice. There seems to be a lot of high quality parts used in this headset. I really like the amount of metal that they put into it. As far as comfort goes, I've tried more comfortable headsets in the past. The earpad material of the HPX is somewhat soft, but the pad itself is pretty firm, unlike the Audio-Technica 8700 or the Sennheiser HD595. And the earpads are also really shallow. I just find constant contact between my ears and the ear pads and the drivers. I can still have long gaming sessions with these, but when hot weather comes around, you're going to need frequent airing out breaks so you don't heat up. Let's move on to sound quality. The HPX has a pretty nice full-bodied sound when listening to music, with great clarity and quality for the price that you pay. The lows are a bit more predominant over the mids and highs, but the difference is basically negligible in my ears. The experience when listening to music was nice, and the HPX could basically be used as a normal headphone thanks to its detachable microphone. My biggest gripe about the headset when the music is that it's stubbornly driven. It is a loose cannon when you're trying to match it with different pieces of equipment. Devices like the Astro Mixamp can drive it fine, but when I tested this headset last year with NTD Grenade, his $400 amp didn't work with it well. It's kind of a gamble when you're using the HPX with different equipment. But what about the HPA2 attachment? The HPA2 features an amplifier, so it should take care of the stubborn driving problem, right? The HPA2 is a bit iffy here with the 5.1 sound. I had received a 5.1 music file from a friend so I could test out the headset, and the listening experience of the HPA2 was just not for me. The HPA2 amplifier has a lot of controls on it. It has an overall volume control, front, center, sub, and rear controls as well. In music, no matter what I did, I couldn't seem to get good levels with all the dials to make it a pleasant music experience. Even with 2-channel music being matrixed to the HPA2's 5.1, it just isn't as pleasant as normal stereo listening. It would just be a lot of fine-tuning to get a song to sound perfect to you, and guess what? As soon as you want to listen to a different song, you're going to have to change the settings all over again so it doesn't sound wacky. For music, I'll take my chances and stick with the HPX 1 and 2 for music over the HPA2, with the HPX's normal stereo sound. The HPX quality also lends itself nicely in gaming. The HPX2 can be used for a normal stereo gaming setup with an accessory like the SteelSeries Xbox 360 adapter, but you can also use the HPX1 with the Astro Mixamp for virtual 5.1 surround sound. It gives you great directional positioning with a combination of the headset and the Mixamp. Footsteps are clear, and explosions and gunfire provide a nice sense of immersion. But how did the HPA2 fare? The HPA2 headset exceeded my expectations, much like the HPX did when I first tried it out last year. In gaming, the accompanying drivers to the main 40mm drivers did not drag down the audio quality to me. I popped in Half-Life 2 for the PC to test out the surround sound for gaming. I could easily position where everything was, and the clarity was great too. One feature that's kind of a neat trick for PC gaming is the adjustable dials for the different channels. If you want, you can dial back your front and center channels and let your rear channels have more impact so you can be alert from behind you. This option would be for some. I personally like my sound to be even so I can keep a keen ear all around. Anyways, I've been switching off between the HPX1 and the HPA2 for gaming for a good amount of time by now, and my thoughts are this. If a company can make a headset correctly, like Turtle Beach did, then you could have a successful discrete 5.1 headset, still retaining the good sound quality. However, I just don't feel that the performance of the HPA2 exceeds the performance of the HPX with Virtual 5.1 surround. I find them equal. I could take one over the other. So while the quality of 5.1 headsets seem to be improving with this headset over others, Virtual 5.1 is still just as good for positioning in gaming. So what are we left with? Fortunately, we have our options thanks to this headset. Looking at Amazon, you can purchase the HPA2 for around $90, and if you take a peek over at Turtle Beach's website, you can find the HPX1 cable and the HPX2 cable for $9.95 each. So let's take a look at some options you got here. You could get the HPA2 headset, the HPX2 cable, and the SteelSeries Xbox 360 adapter for $115, not including shipping. What this gives you is stereo sound on Xbox Live with the ability to communicate with your teammates online, and this option also gives you the discrete 5.1 surround sound for your PC gaming, as well as being able to talk to your friends online. If you substitute the SteelSeries adapter with the Astro Mix amp, you can have virtual surround sound on the Xbox 360 and true 5.1 surround sound on your computer for a total of $230. You'd also have the option to go with virtual surround sound on your computer as well because of the Mix amp's cross compatibility. And if you prefer to use true 5.1 surround sound all around on the Xbox and the PC, a company called Competitive Gaming Audio sells an HPA2 package which allows you to do so for $180. You really have a lot of options with this headset. So, if you are a console gamer only, I would suggest just sticking with the HPX headset and calling it a day. If you're into multi-platform gaming, you might want to just invest into a little bit more money, and you can get all of the versatility of the dongles that the Turtle Beach headset has created for this headset. So all in all, I liked the HPA2, but I liked it just as much as I liked the Turtle Beach HPX. But at least knowing this, if you are out in the market for a multi-platform headset, you can start eyeballing the HPA2 package now as well. But will the Psycho 5.1 system perform better? Stay tuned because in a few weeks we'll all find out. So this is Steggy from MLG Pro with a review of the HPA2 and HPX headset. If you guys enjoyed this video, please comment, rate it, and subscribe it. And be sure to check out my YouTube channel for more headset video reviews, and of course MLGpro.com for the written headset reviews. So thank you guys for watching.